Live from Los Angeles, welcome back to EverTalk Live. I'm so excited to welcome our next guest. He's a personal friend. He's also an author of Better Selling Through Storytelling. He's going to help us learn how to turn or go from invisible to irresistible. Huh?
I am.
Yes, because you are.
Yeah. Thanks. Great to be with both of you. Thank you.
So, how can we tell better stories to make more money?
The way to tell better stories to make more money is to make those stories clear, concise, and compelling. Because when people see you in a story that you're telling, then they want to go on the journey with you. So if you talk about a story of somebody you helped and they were just like this person, they go, like for example, coaching, like, you know, another client of mine was struggling just like you were, and now a year later he or she couldn't be happier because I did A, B, and C. Then they see themselves in that story and they go, I want that outcome. I want to go on the journey with you.
I love this. So the clarity part then is about that, making it relatable.
Yes.
And is it also about keeping it simple? Because I noticed a lot of folks tell stories and before you know it, you've lost the entire plot.
Exactly.
Right? So talk to us a little bit more about the clarity.
Good stories have 4 elements. The exposition, you paint the picture. How long ago did this happen? Then you describe the problem, and here's the secret. The better you describe the problem, the better people think you have their solution. And then the secret sauce is the resolution. What's life like after this? You know, instead of they lived happily after, it's after Gensler redesigned the architecture for the Pittsburgh airport, sales are up 15%. Paint that picture of how you've helped somebody, and then they will, oh, now I want to be on that journey. So the more, that's 4 elements in a short story, you can do it. Here's an example. I told my client Martin, building on his confidence, he said, oh, well, 2 years ago when I was 18 years old, I got dropped off naked in the Amazon jungle to survive because of my culture. That's the rite of passage. And I said, wow, what'd you learn in the Amazon jungle? Well, I learned how to focus and pivot and persevere. He said, great. You're going to take those lessons from the Amazon jungle to the concrete jungle of being an entrepreneur. And when he told that story, he got a startup funded.
Oh, wow.
So that's a short story, but it had all 4 elements. I told you where he was, the problem, the solution, and then that secret sauce, the resolution, is he got his startup funded because the investors thought, gosh, if that guy can survive the Amazon jungle, he'll survive anything in the world.
So, John, what's your secret sauce?
My secret sauce is being able to pull out people's stories and find out what it is about each individual or company that makes it unique. And when people have this moment of, oh, I remember you, because stories make us memorable. And so I love finding, like I was talking to an architect, I said, what inspired you to become an architect? And he said, when I was 11, I played with Legos. And now I have a child that's 11, I still play with Legos. Well, that makes him memorable and warm. And then I talked to him, where'd you work before working here? Oh, I was in the Israeli army. Oh, well, that's what's going to make you have all that focus and discipline from that to make sure this project comes on time and under budget. So an individual story is my secret sauce to pull out of people.
But what's your individual story? If I could pull that out of you.
My individual story is, and I talk about this in my TEDx talk, Be the Lifeguard of Your Own Life, is resilience. Because I've been knocked down, as we all get to, but the secret sauce is how fast do we get back up? So when I got laid off, I instantly started looking for another job. I didn't need to start licking my wounds or feeling sorry for myself. So I tell people the secret to resilience, because I went through this, is bounce up fast. And also, don't go on this self-esteem roller coaster, Jess, because I was on it. Where I only felt good about myself if things were going great and my numbers were up, and bad if things were not going great. And so when I got that secret sauce of who I am is bigger than anything that's happening outside of myself, then I really became free.
John, see, I love that, John, and I think that most of us definitely had experiences where we're really challenged by that. Like, what specific practices or books or things were most helpful to you when you're going through that tough period? Because I think sometimes you get so stuck in this perceived loss or the perceived struggle that you're in that you can't sort of see beyond that, and you don't have enough faith in yourself to actually do anything about it.
I think one of the best things you can do is surround yourself with people who are going to remind you of the truth of who you are. If you forget temporarily, and we all do, then have those people that go, you're Jez, you're Rob Matt, for God's sakes. You can do this. I know who you are. The clouds are coming on in the moment, but the sun's still there. And that's the truth about our identity, too.
Can they also remind us of the day? Because I got that wrong yesterday, and today is actually Wednesday. So I love that you say that. John, who's been that for you? Who's been that team of people?
Oh, well, certainly my family has always been there for me, which is I'm so blessed to have. But, going back to what you said about this need to be perfect all the time. Like, oh, I said the wrong day. How many shows have the two of you done together, right? And you made a mistake on one time.
yeah.
And so we focus on that one thing like a pebble in our shoe. So I tell people, let go of trying to be a perfectionist because it's hard to relate, as you were talking about earlier when you're modeling or anything. And I tell people, become a progressionist, which is just somebody who celebrates their progress. Am I better, a little bit better today than I was last week or last month? Then that's what I'm celebrating instead of trying to be perfect.
I just love that. Thank you so much for sharing your life. Please tell everyone where they can find and follow you, and of course get your books.
I'm on Instagram at the Pitch with a P Whisperer, and my book is on Amazon and anywhere else. And if you text the word pitch to 66866, I send everybody a free sneak peek of it.
Ooh,
Fantastic.
yes, the Pitch Whisperer. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Stay tuned. We'll be back with more on EverTalk Live.